7-yard line. That's a great call. Playmaker, Plummer will put it up, throws over the middle. Poole, touchdown. Red flag.
3rd down and 5. Levis swings it to Scadaboo. Scadaboo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scadaboo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. Chuck this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon comes in. Welcome to 2025.
Today. This one the other way. It's still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it.
Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for Derby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
Oh, my bad. That's good. Actually, can I ask you?
Happy Monday, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps. What is going on? Yes, it's a late start. I know. Coach Gillingham's presser, and here's an awesome thing. I got to tell you this real fast before we get rolling with everything. But I scheduled the tweet to go out saying I was going to do right after his presser, and I thought I had it all scheduled, and I did. For I noticed the way time was crunching at about 11 o'clock, 11:15. I was like, let me put this out. So I did for 11:45. I just scheduled it, and it didn't go out, didn't go up, nothing, because I scheduled it for tomorrow. So yeah, that was pretty awesome sauce of me. I know. It takes a champ to do that one. So I unscheduled it for tomorrow because tomorrow we will be good to go. So yes, that's it's kind of funny though. But yes, saw Coach's presser. Again, getting ready for Colorado, who is up next. Not going to take anybody lightly. And Coach reiterated what he was saying a lot of Saturday is just, yes, the will to win, playing good, but playing a full, complete game. So he's not saying he's supposed to play a complete game and win easy. Again, just saying that. So anyway, that is why the late start. But again, we're going to go for the 60 minutes, so it is all good. Don't be bashful. Jump on in. But I am Michael Cartino at Diablo00 on X, artistly known as the Twitter. Check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday. Well, normally 12 to 1, but now today a little bit later. And also, kids, I know the kids love this one. You can go to the wonderful world of the IG. So, yeah. At Michael.Caratinudo.5. I know, pretty easy, right? Yes, so there's that. And then also StreamYard, guys, StreamYard, YouTube, sorry. Go to YouTube and subscribe, watch live. Yes, you can watch live on YouTube. It is absolutely awesome that you can watch live on YouTube. So go to YouTube. You know how to get there. You see my name, Michael Caracino, but my page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, just like the volleyball team's headed to back-to-back Big 12 championships, but they are crushing it. Anyway, yeah, but at MVC005 on YouTube. And guys, watch live, yes, but subscribe, because if you've missed anything, season 1 and 2, again, shame on you, but I got you, and I'm glad you're here now. Go to YouTube and subscribe, because you can binge watch season 1. You can binge watch season 2, keep watching season 3, and then we have interviews again, because we've interviewed some people multiple times. And the converviews that we have, conversations. I know people call it an interview, but I call it a conversation because, again, we had Jillian and Colby Neal on last week. Again, it was awesome right before that team down south came up, and they crushed that team down south, and then went to Colorado, did it. But we'll get to that. Any of the converviews that you have missed, and you have missed a plethora of phenomenal ones. Yes, you have. All you have to do is go to YouTube and subscribe, because it is all there, whether it be coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, an athletic director who we're going to get on next month. Absolutely phenomenal. So, yes, go to YouTube and subscribe. Again, you see my name, Michael Caracino, but the page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. And again, just let's hang out. Let's party. Again, let's go I'll take you all through Sun Devil Nation, around and through. And yes, we will get more guests. We'll have alum on. Obviously, with homecoming weekend, bumped into a few. It was pretty cool. So yes, but Yeah. Anything happened this weekend? Yes, I know Friday night. Oh man, Hoops Gonzaga, man. It was just it was gut wrenching. I had to sit there and look at Dave smile the whole time. The Gonzaga alum that he is. But no, it was back and forth game. The Devils got out pretty quick. Gonzaga punched back, got out to took a bigger lead, and then ASU. I mean, Coach Early saw us team fight back. I mean, get to within I think it was 6. Yeah, they were within 6 at one point, down by like 15. Got to within 6, went back up to 12, back down to 8, and then Gonzaga pulled away in the end. But yeah, I mean, absolutely just gut wrenching because I love the energy they played with. And yes, I put Coach Hurley's presser up, right? Please tell me I did that at least and didn't lose my mind too much, right? Oh, I'm like, where did it go? It would have been not on that day. So let's okay, so this is odd. Hockey won over the weekend too, by the way. Yes. I know you guys know that one. Maybe you didn't, but they split. I should say they split with North Dakota. But man, that second night, talking about the pressure and the speed the team can put on, coaches. Oh yes, I did put everything Bobby Hurley said. So yeah, it was like I said, a little passionate. So again, just had to check that out. But anyway, again, at Diablo00 on X, I just want you to know on his Twitter. You know, if a game happens on Friday, usually I won't play a lot of that on Monday just because I know they're like, well, if you do it for Saturday, it just depends on what it is. But nonetheless, yeah, I mean, that was tough, man. You know, when you think about Gonzaga and last year, I mean, they up in Spokane, they fell short by 8. And this year, and by the way, the men have a game tonight too at 7:00. They take on Georgia State back at DFA. So get out there, man. Again, this team is definitely fun to watch. And I mean, just the energy they have. I can't Masamba Jop, my goodness. Mo Odom, you know, as a point guard, just distributing to everybody. I mean, you see the energy that, you know, my coach talked about and he talked about. I played it on the show here, you know, Pig Johnson, how he, you know, yeah, wants to start, but I mean, he comes off the bench and is, you know, doing his thing. So it's you know, like I said, and it's an exciting team. I mean, they're 2-1. 2-1 at home. Obviously, haven't hit the road yet, but they took out Southern Utah 81-64, and then Utah Tech 81-66, and then Gonzaga ended up being a 12-point game, 77-65. And yeah, Coach really did get a technical foul. There's actually 2 techs in the game. And again, people can say, oh, it gets old when he's getting these technical fouls, arguing about calls. They're not going to change it. Yeah, we know they're not changing the calls, but all I will say is this. Again, you guys, you pitchfork lunchers know I'm a little bit of a homer. It was inconsistent. And if you're going to call it crappy at both ends. Call it the same way at both ends. And again, yes, there were some fouls, and we've been through this. It's basketball, subjective, it's hoops. We get it. But the problem is, guys, like, you can't expect him. Masamba Diop went up for a rebound and body contact, and Gonzaga player kind of goes. Not like straight, like through him, but like knocks him down. He ends up falling down, and no call. And then the other end, a player. I'm not kidding you. And I always say to you, if it's a penalty, it's a penalty. If it's a foul, it's foul. But like, it wasn't a foul. Barely gets, like, it was like a little bump, and the referee blows the whistle. And I think it literally, and people can say, oh, they're retaliating. And if they are retaliating, then they should be suspended. They should be suspended too. They're not retaliating. I'm just saying, like, make it consistent. And so, yeah, he did get a tech. And then after the game, you guys, may have saw that he was not very, very. He didn't. He can't really comment on it anyway, because coaches, you say anything and you get fined, even if it is constructive. But, and I get, look, we can all understand why, because if you sit there and just, you're able to berate and, belittle them without any form of punishment, then yeah, it's not, believe me, it's not going to work out well, to overstate the obvious. So that is that. But yeah, look, when you look at the, percentage wise and stuff, it was a tough night shooting. I'll give them, it was. Gonzaga has a player named Graham Ike, and I kept calling him Ike Graham, and it's not Ike Graham, but anyway. He said Mo Odom played 37 minutes, and he said probably a little bit too much, especially this early in the season. Yes, they're a little banged up depth-wise, and they're, getting some guys back, but, well, some aren't going to be back, but some are. And point guard-wise, for Mo, it's there. But, he had 12 points. Both Bryce Ford and Masamba Diop had 11 points each. Santiago Trué had 10, as did Pig Johnson. Andrija Grbovic had 6 points as well. Alan Mukeo played really good defense. He had 2 points. But yeah, they did take 23 free throws, and okay, they were 13 to 23, which is 56%, which is absolutely atrocious at home. You guys know how I feel about that. It's not all rainbows and unicorns, right? That's absolutely atrocious for a team on their home court to shoot 56%. If you're not at 75, and again, I've always said, okay, 80% probably should be, but you should be 75% and up at home. Like, no excuse for that. Gonzaga, who took 35 free throws, they were 27 to 35, 77%. 27 points that they got off of free throws. And yes, were there some fouls? I'm not saying that every foul. Come on, guys. I'm not like the fans from the team down south. You guys know that. That being said, though, like, I don't the discrepancy, it's ridiculous. And people can always say, well, when you say that, the obvious statement is, well, the other team was, they weren't fouling. Come on, get out of here. Like, again, it's fast, it's subjective. It's they're supposed to be the best at what they do. I didn't say I wanted the job, but I'm telling you right now. Look, be consistently good, like consistently good. Just be consistent. Whether you're calling everything, call it on both ends. But if you're going to consistently call it good, keep calling it good. If you're going to consistently suck, and come on, these refs go back and watch the the film of the game. They know they get graded, and yeah, there's games it's like, oh damn it. When the NBA started quite a few years back, and I don't even know if they still do, but they put out the 2-minute report. Remember, and saying this, they'll, that was the right call. Oh well, this was missed. That was missed. Like transparency, right? Because okay, human error. It was not to belittle the refs. It's about the human error, right? But I mean, come on, like they take 35 free throws, 27 to 35, and ASU, which I mean for a game, I mean 13 to 23. You're like, all right, it's not like it was, say they were like 7 for 13 from the free throw line. Then I would be having a field day with the refs saying this is they all need to be suspended. And you can say homer, overreaction, whatever. But as you're watching the flow of a basketball game, and look. And this is always a shout out to my boy Eric Wilson, my brother for years. If it's a foul in the first game and a foul in the 41st game in the 82nd game, like in the NBA, and it's not in a foul in the playoffs, how are you not becoming a part of the game? Now, if you're not calling it the same or calling it equal, and there's a lot going on, you are a part of the game. So, yeah, coaches always say, we got to always overcome. And they say the right things. And, yes, it becomes coach speak. And, that's almost a cliche. Well, we can't blame the refs. We can't blame the refs, this and that. Okay, great. You can't, right? But everybody else will. And that's the frustrating part because, okay, one play, yes, we all know. That is cliche because it's true. One play can make a difference, obviously makes a huge difference in the game. It's one play, but for the most part, okay, 1 or 2 plays. But when you're looking at it back and forth, I mean, you got to be kidding me. I mean, that's the frustrating part. But does it take away Gonzaga's a good team? Does it take away her to see Adam Miller hit some big threes? No. Gonzaga's a very good team. Mark Few's a phenomenal coach. We talked about that. Again, that is not what I'm saying because when people complain about things in other conferences and stuff, and you guys might know what other conferences I'm talking about, they sit there and they'll say, they're to this and that, blah, blah, blah. But that's the frustrating part. Now, when you look at, and like I said, the box score, they shot, 21 to 58 from the field, 36%. They were 10 for 30 for 3, so that's 33%. I mean, so, some of those, maybe a 10 for 25, it should have been like, hey, maybe we're not going to maybe we're not going to sit there and try to get to the basket more, as what Mo Odom could do. And I mean, look, Gonzaga, they're a tough team. Mark Few's got a very, very good team. Not saying that, but the discrepancy in free throws there, the wow, in the AVCA coaches poll, ASU is now number 9. They have the number 3 RPI in the country, though. Like, really? Number 9, 3. We'll get to that in a minute, too. They rock. But anyway, we'll get back to hoops. But I'm just saying, like, again, 77-65, Gonzaga's got a solid team. And, again, like I said, you shoot that badly from pretty much everywhere. I mean, Gonzaga was 43% from the field. They took 21 threes. I mean, they're not that good. They were 6 for 21 from the three-point line. So that's 29%. So they helped them out there. But, again, 77% from the free throw line, you get 27, points with nobody trying to block you or anything. So that's where that was. But, again, Coach Hurley with just absolutely crushing it. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where if Coach, and we'll see the team banks again, Georgia State, not as, not Gonzaga, but how do you bounce back? That's that is the that is the question. But football, guys, get the win, gets the 25-23 victory over West Virginia. As you know, man, what a game it was. I mean, absolutely. Devils, I mean, look, had control of the game, took the lead. And then West Virginia somehow managed to battle back. And I mean, look, they weren't going to, they obviously were going to. And, let's see. But you look at the box score. I mean, 25-23 the final. ASU was down 3-0 after the first. Again, little bumpy start in the first offensively, but again, the defense, and it could have been more. They go for it on a 4th and a goal, and the defense stuffs them. Hell of a play by Jordan Crook, Boogie Wilson. Phenomenal. Jeff Sims threw 3 TD passes, guys. Yes, he still ran when he had to, but hit 3 different receivers. Derek Eusebio, young man we talked about a lot, was a walk-on, had a touchdown last year against that team down south, and then gets his first one. Again, him and Sims running a lot of the twos, and you get on a page with the guy. And so he got in the end zone. Shimon Mateo got in the end zone. Raleek Brown got in the end zone on a receiving touchdown, but still. But yeah, you look at it, I mean, look, 3-0 after one, West Virginia. Then ASU puts up 22 in the second quarter. And look, they were up. I mean, there was one play, the fake extra point was absolutely beautiful. And Coach talked about that. Coach Nudo is obviously stepping up for while Coach Regal took his medical leave of absence. Saw something on tape, and they saw it. And Jesus Gomez, not only does he drill field goals down the middle of the left footer, but just floats a pass like nothing to Cameron Harpool, wide open, drops it right in, and they get 2. West Virginia had to go for 2 later, didn't get it, but they were up, 23-22 instead of by a field goal. So, again, Coach talked about that, played into it. But, but right after ASU goes up, 15-3, after the kickoff, there was a one-play 75-yard drive for West Virginia. We know Rich Rod throughout the years, they can have plays like that. And there was a little bit of a breakdown there. It was a hell of a play call, and 75 yards for the touchdown. So yeah, West Virginia got a field goal, 8:41, made it 3-0. The touchdown, Shimon Mateo, beautiful, lined up in the did he leak out in that backfield on that one? But either way, rolling to the right. And yeah, he leaked out from the backfield, and Sims started to go that way. And you have to step up. You see Sims going. Of course, you want to go with the receiver, fine. He would have taken off and gotten the end zone himself. But he hits Mateo. Like I said, so that made it 7-3. And then, and to start the second quarter, by the way, because 3-0, like I said, after one, that's second quarter. At the 11 minutes, 17 seconds left to go, bam, 7-3. Then Derek Eusebio, a 19-yard pass from Jeff Sims. And then Jesus Gomez to Cameron Harpool, the 2-point conversion. So that makes it 15-3. And then Jeff Weimer catches a pass, again, pretty quick. I don't say it was a quick slant, but Just again, a shorter pass, and from the freshman, Scotty Fox Jr., and literally goes 74 yards. Sorry, 74 yards, one play, 74 yards, 11 seconds. That's all that drive took. That makes it 15-10. But the Devils, you know what? Right before the half, because West Virginia did West Virginia win the toss? Yeah, West Virginia won the toss and deferred. But so it's 15-10 nonetheless. Anyway, and then Raleek Brown gets, and this is a beautiful play. I mean, Sims had a, kind of slid in the pocket, but stepped up right after he knew he was going to get hit, throws it, delivers it to the speedy Raleek Brown, and bam, gets outside. Oh, I don't want to move on real quick. Eusebio's touchdown, talking about Shimon Mateer's touchdown. Shimon Mateer, when coaches say he's a Sunday player, he is a Sunday player because he gets a touchdown. But on Eusebio's touchdown, he was on the inside and he got a huge block. He's just jacking the corner, just bullying him back, because if he makes that, if he's able to get through, Eusebio maybe gains 3 or 4 yards, maybe, and he gets outside and his speed to the house, absolutely money. So Shimon Mateer there again, the touchdown, but then of course the first assist, I guess you could say, on the touchdown there by Eusebio. But yeah, so then it's 15-10 after, like I said, the 74-yard, 11-second one-play drive by West Virginia, and then Raleek Brown again, 33-yard touchdown pass from Sims, hit him, stepped up, hit him kind of in the middle of the field. Raleek just boom, weaving traffic, bam. That's that. Absolutely money. So that makes it 22-10. Nobody scores in the third quarter. Both defenses are like, okay, and the ASU defense, 3 sacks. Justin Watley just absolutely picked up the tight end. It's almost old school. It wasn't like straight up, like lift him with, it was with one arm, but it wasn't like when you saw, and the kids, you might have to look this up. Reggie White used to literally lift like 350-pound tackles up with one arm. It was insane. But Watley, he's been physical since he's been here, but man, just outside on that sack, phenomenal. He had a sack. Anthony Cooper had a sack. Keyshawn Elliott flew up on a play, just read something and said, man, it was, again, his area is just sold out. Nobody's buying. Flies up. He gets a sack. Absolutely money. So third quarter, all the sacks went in third quarter. I'm just telling you that now. But so the fourth quarter comes around, and West Virginia, with 10 minutes and 41 seconds left to go, drives the field, gets a 1-yard Curtis Jones Jr. touchdown run. So it's 22-17, right? Now, ASU, I think got 1 first down, maybe 2, but then had a punt. And then on a 3rd and 27, which, that was tough, guys. That was tough. 3rd and a mile. Scotty Fox Jr. has a 90-yard touchdown pass to Sincere Bowers. And I am coming down from the press box and I'm listening. And as I turn to the field, I literally am seeing the last few, as I'm coming down the steps to go onto the field, I'm literally seeing him go like the last 7-8 yards. I was like, I'm like, what? So now they go for 2 because it's 23-22. So if you kick an extra point, a field goal still wins it for him. So if you don't get it, and there's 6:37 left, so there's a lot of time left. But if you don't get it, then they still got to kick a field goal to win anyway. But nonetheless, so they go for 2, and West Virginia does not get it. 2-point conversion fails. So now it is 23-22. Well, Jeff Sims says, all right, all I need to do is get, technically you could say midfield, but All I need to do is get to the 45, and we got a really good shot of getting a field goal. I mean, it's going to be a longer one, but if we get to the, say, 40, say the West Virginia, the plus 40, we got a really good shot, right? Oh, hell yeah. So what happens? Jeff Sims, they go on a drive, complete some passes, and picked up a big first down running too, which is absolutely awesome. So they go 8 plays, they go 40 yards, took 3:47 off the clock. Now there was 6:37 left when in the game when West Virginia scored. And then Jesus Gomez from 49 yards, guys, I posted it. You saw it. A lot of people saw it. If they were in the stadium, watch it on TV. If you didn't, 49 yards just down beautiful height, because one of the earlier in the fourth quarter got blocked. So yeah, that was tough right to start the fourth quarter. I did forget to mention that. See, again, I'm not just skipping it because it's not on Ramos Unicorns, but it did. It got blocked. But then he hits that one again. Coach has nothing but faith, and the lefty just hammers it through. 25-22 now with 2:44 left to go. Now, here's the thing: the Devils still need, obviously, another stop, and they need another stop, and that's maybe. That's weird. It's totally weird. I thought I got that. Oh, yes, this is it. So let's see if I can bring this up, because I was focusing on their QB. Yes. We're going to see. Well, you'll see the play where Keith Abney, again, who talked about it, had, again, Barrett Honors. Coach brags on that, as he should. But Keith Abney's it, man. This young man, of course, Sun Devil Nation from his point, do we want him to stay? But I think he's going pro. I don't know. I will find out how close he is to graduating. I will do that. I will find that out. But I mean, again, if he can graduate, I don't know. I don't know if he's ready by December. But even if he could graduate, say basically May, I mean, he'd be training, for the draft. Obviously the combine, the draft. But if he decides to go, if he decides to stay, I'd be surprised. I just think how he's grown, how smart he is. Coach always talks about, this young man absolutely rocks. Is rocking his position, just how he's grown from the very beginning of his time here. And yeah, it's absolutely awesome sauce. But yes, here's the all right, here we go. Yes, so this is the play. This is where Abney, the quarterback, I didn't get on it live. I'm not on one play. So Abney, again, that was just absolutely, again, a hell of a play. One hell of a play. There we go. All right. But hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get more football. We're going to get volleyball. Obviously, they beat Colorado in 5 in Boulder. Absolutely money. So we're going to get to that. Believe me, got a little bit more to go. So I'm going to step aside. I know it's Monday, man. Victory Monday. Women's hoops. Congratulations to Molly Miller as kind of buried that lead. But again, crazy, just insane weekend. But she got her 300th win as a coach and her 301st win as a coach. So, yeah, a few of those here now. So want her to get about 297 more as she is a Sun Devil coach. So anywho, step aside, but we'll have more Pitchfork Lunch coming up. Football, volleyball on the other side. All right, back here on Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. You see show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, you can check it out on my good old IG at michael.caratinudo.5. Again, don't be bashful. And also YouTube. Again, watch live on YouTube. But guys, do subscribe. And again, forks up to the new subscribers. Again, greatly appreciate it, man. Keep the love coming. Send some thoughts, comments. Again, you'll see from season 1 to season 3, you know, we've added and tweaked and, you know, done some stuff. So we're just going to keep it rolling, man. Onward and upward, as we say. But yes, go to YouTube and you can, well, again, at Diallo00 on X, when you're on Twitter, my IG, michael.carasmino.5. And YouTube, it's at M's and Michael V's and Victory C's and Champ 005 at M005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. So, yeah, hey, so football, volleyball, look, volleyball went to Colorado, played Thursday night. Sorry, played Thursday night. They played Thursday night, took an early morning flight on Friday, and then had Colorado on Saturday afternoon. Towards the end, actually, it was 1 o'clock here. So that was always thrilling. And went to a tough place to play in Colorado, and got the 5-set victory, like I was telling you. So that in and of itself, absolutely awesome. It was so now makes the Devils 22 and 3. Apologies. 22 and 3 overall. Again, another 20-win season for Coach Van Neal. 22 and 3 overall. They have won 4 in a row since they last fell to Iowa State on the road. But yeah, they won 4 in a row. They're 12-0 at home, 8-2 away, 2-1 neutral. As I've reminded you, and you know. But you look at, you come off the 4-setter against Arizona. You go 5 in Boulder, and it was a reverse. So check this out. Got to ask Coach Van Neal. I can't wait to talk to Coach Van Neal about this one, just because the second set's usually kind of been it's one of those sets where teams have, everybody makes adjustments, but you understand it's Division I, a major Division I volleyball, they're going to make adjustments. But so the Devils take the first set in Boulder 25-19. All right, figuring in control, not a blowout, but you figure, okay, control. Then they take the second set though, 25-22. Well, you're thinking, oh, wow, they're going to go to Boulder and they could get a sweep. Well, Colorado says, okay, well, enough's enough. They take the third 25-18. So now we go to the fourth. Coach probably thinking, all right, well, they'll take him out of it. Nope. Colorado takes the fourth 25-21. So I am literally watching on the score, not the game, because I went back and watched the match. Yes. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. But they take the fifth 15-12. So yeah, they take the fifth, 15 to 12, and yeah, absolutely awesome, guys. Absolutely just money. And that's what they did. They took the fifth, like I said, 15 to 12. When we look at this, is insane. So Noemi Glover, I mean, what can just absolute beast, absolute beast. 31 kills, guys. Yes, it went 5 sets, but that's still 6 kills a set. That's pretty damn good. And on top of that, she had 31 kills, right? She hit 411. Yeah, that is awesome too. Bailey Miller. Oh, what about Bailey Miller? Well, she had 14 kills. She had 219, which again, for her, I'm sure she's it's good, but she would say is way too low and unacceptable. I still say it's good. She had 14 kills. Oh, who had a double-digit kills too? Colby Neal, again, with 10 more kills. So, I mean, yeah, it's I mean, look at blocks. Colby Neal had 9 blocks too. 10 kills, 9 blocks. Noemi Glover, 4 blocks. Bailey Miller, 3 blocks. Aces. Ella Lewis had 2. Jillian Neal, ooh, multiple. She had 2 as well. So they had 4 as a team. Colorado did have 8. They doubled them up. But still, ASU won. Yeah, so aces and then blocks, like I said, Neal with 9, Glover with 4, Miller with 3, and then assists. Senior Henry had 50 assists. And matchup wise, mostly playing Bryn Covell had 3, but man. And then Diggs, Faith Frame had 11. Oh, Noemi Glover said, "Hey, let me get in on this too." She had 10 digs, and Sydney Henry, your setter that had 50 assists and 5. I mean, 10 a set, guys. I know you can do the math, but still phenomenal. This team just absolutely rocking. And then when we look at, by the way, now the standings in the Big 12, since they have won, 4 in a row, since dropping a set, they are still up top, as you guys know. They are 13-1. 13-1. 22-3 overall, like I said, but 13-1 in conference play, 22-3 overall. They've won 4 in a row. They're 7-0 in conference games at home, 6-1 away. Yeah. They've won 4 in a row. Kansas has won now 5 in a row, but they are 11-3. So, and the Devils hit the road too. Well, they stay on the road, I should say. I mean, they came back from Boulder, obviously, but they let's see. So they took on Arizona at home. BYU and Arizona, Texas Tech, BYU and Arizona were all in Tempe after they were in Ames. So they went to Colorado, and now on today is the 17th. So on Wednesday, which I'm guessing they leave tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow afternoon, I guess get practice in and then go. They're at UCF, and then Friday they're at Houston. So on the way back from Orlando, they go to Houston and take on Houston. And then they come home the week after that, 26th, 29th, and they take on Cincinnati and West Virginia. Cincinnati 26th, West Virginia 29th. The Cincinnati game will be at 7 o'clock here. And then the West Virginia will be at noon on the 29th. So, yeah, we'll get to more of that. But, again, it is right now, and Coach Daniel, again, he doesn't take it lightly, and he doesn't just say it to say it, guys. It is UCF, and that would be on, like I said, on Wednesday. So, a quick little quick little trip to Boulder, back here. Get practice in today. Sure, get a little practice in tomorrow. Leave right from here. And, yeah. So Road Warriors, they will be. So 4 games left, and that's who they have. UCF, Houston, Cincy, and West Virginia. Now, like I said, Kansas, who is 11-3 in conference play, so technically would still have a shot at the Big 12 Big 12 championship. They, who have won 5 in a row, they have their last 5. They lost to K-State, well, rivalry game, but they lost in 5 to K-State. But then they beat Cincinnati in 4, swept West Virginia, beat Colorado in 4, beat Cincinnati in 3, and then beat K-State while they returned the favor to K-State in Manhattan. So each team won on the other's home court, but they swept K-State in Manhattan, where in Lawrence it went 5. So that's the 5 they won. But they have Utah. They're at Utah and at BYU. So that's who they have next. They drop one of those. I mean, ASU literally, if they just win 2 out of the last 4, would be Big 12 champs. But they're at Utah. We said Wednesday, and then Friday they go to Provo. They go to Salt Lake first, and they go to Provo to take on BYU. And then on the way back home to Kansas, well, I guess you could say they'll pass it. But anyway, after they leave Provo, they are headed to Iowa State to take on the Cyclones, and then they're home for UCF. So they get to close out at home. So Utah, BYU, Iowa State, and UCF is left for them. And I mean, BYU, I mean, that's great. They're 6-8 in conference play. They're 18-8 overall. UCF is 7-8 in conference play, 16-10 overall. So did I say they had BYU? Oh, Iowa State, and then Iowa State, who is 10-4 in conference play, and they're undefeated at home in conference play. They're 7-0. They're 3-4 on the road, though, hence the 10-4 in the conference. So that's going to be tough for Kansas. Yeah, because, I mean, if ASU split 2 out of 4, they'd finish 15-3 in conference play. In Kansas, if they lose to BYU, they lose once they lost to BYU, it would be it'd be, well, again. But yeah, I mean, look, it's obviously a lot of action to be played, but they're in a very, very good spot, my friends. Very, very good spot. So forks up, man, to that. So, but hey, we are going to end the show today. We're going to hear from Keith Abney, Jordan Crook, Derek Eusebio, and Jeff Sims. Because again, they rocked the game, to say the least. Sorry, I was reading a note, but yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, stoked for obviously Coach Van Neal, again, what he's done with his staff, what they have done. But yeah, Jeff Sims, man, what a game. Again, 3 touchdown passes. Yeah, season high RPI ranking for ASU, which is the number 3 RPI They have the number 3. So they keep this up, they'll also be hosting, my friends, which is a beautiful thing to see. But yes, let's get to Sims, Eusebio, Keith Abney II, and Jordan Crook. All right, here we go.
Anytime you get to come home, don't have to travel, get to play with your guys, it was just a blessing to be out there, and I'm glad that we got the dub.
What did you guys see as the big differences between the success that you achieved in the first half and things not going that well in the second half for the most part?
I think just overall execution. There was a little miscues on offense. There was one play on defense. They came back and won the game for us. Jesus stepped up big time. So, it's just things over the course of the game that you got to go through, but you got to find a way.
Do you have anything you can say about the slow start?
I think we started off slow, and then we had a mishap the first play of the game. But it's just anytime you get to come home, you know, don't have to travel, get to play with your guys. It was just a blessing to be out there, and, you know, I'm glad that we got the dub.
What did you guys see as the big differences between the success that you achieved in the first half and things not going that well in the second half for the most part?
I think just overall execution. You know, there was a little miscues on offense, and I mean, there was one play on defense. I mean, they came back and won the game for us. You know, Jesus stepped up big time. So, I mean, it's just things over the course of a game that you got to go through, but you just got to find a way. Used to everything, you know, getting into the flow of the game. You know, we had a bye week, so just getting back into the flow of the game and just getting our rhythm back.
You guys, either one of you talk about this team's sort of penchant for close games and coming out on winning in most of them.
We work on it a lot. I mean, Coach Dilly puts us through a lot of close game scenarios at the all fall camp. We're pretty much working on a scenario every single day, so it's not like we prepare for it. We mean the beat teams pretty bad, but you know we're ready for it. So we're never flinching in those moments. That's why you never see us waver in those moments. So
Every team says that. Why is it different? Everybody works on close game stuff. But why do you guys excel?
I just think that we put key points into we put things into making things happen. So like when players make plays. At the end of the day, Coach Dilly prays on that. So I mean, at the end of the day, we gotta make plays. So we end up making plays.
My apologies, Pitchfork Lunchers. I will fix that. I will aim to fix that, and we will hear from them tomorrow because, again, it's so. Yeah, the way the defense has been playing, Coach talked about it. I mean, yes, a full game. He would love to play. He said a full game. He goes, "I'm not happy because we haven't played a full game, but I'm happy that I'm frustrated that we haven't played a full game, but I'm happy we won. They're 7-3. Okay, sign me up." Um, that's one of those things where um, where I mean, you want to be able to win, and yeah, this close game. And look, okay. Before I hit volleyball rankings, guys, I'm going to go. I'm talking about this because Jeff Sims, by the way, was the offensive player of the week. Yeah. Um, um, and Jesus Gomez, I told you, I said it on Saturday, special teams player of the week. But yeah, so happy for this kid. I mean, just like, he kicks left-handed, but look at that. He threw a right-handed, beautiful touch pass. No, maybe he's going to be lobbying Coach Dillingham. I mean, look at that. Elbow up, everything into the end zone, wide open. Harpool just how to bring it in. But yeah, and drilled a 49-yarder. Canyon Floyd with a solid hold there. And Gomez, again, left-footed kicker, right-handed thrower. But yeah, that is absolutely awesome as he is special teams player of the week and Jeff Sims is offensive player of the week. So, but hey, look, this whole, and I get, your friends and people from, if they're from that school down south, whatever, they don't even get it. Most of them do, but there's a few that don't. We're talking so much trash because they beat Cincinnati and blah, blah, blah. They did ASU a favor beating Cincinnati because we still have a better Big 12 record than them. Play Colorado and this weekend in Boulder, and then be a little chilly there, but that being said, I want to get to this whole, okay, you look at the rankings and it's like the AP. I know the college football playoff ones come out tomorrow. Let's get to volleyball first. So ASU dropped a spot. They won 4 in a row. They are 22-3, but somehow SMU goes from 10-8 and ASU goes from 8-9. But yet ASU's 3 in the RPI. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. They need to be above SMU, need to be above Louisville. A&M, I have not seen. SMU, I have not seen play at all. Louisville, again, I think is very good. And I have seen, I've seen them play twice. I've seen Stanford play 4 or 5 times. So, yeah, I can see that they're number 5. But, I mean, look, just realistically, ASU should be at 6, not at 9. This is a bunch of junk that they go down 1. I mean, so Colorado, is number 21. They dropped one spot from losing to ASU in 5. ASU doesn't even get credit for a 5-set road win. Like, are you kidding me? Anyway, but look, you know what? You just keep playing. Like, that's why Coach Van Neal, again, he says he doesn't pay attention to that crap, or he didn't say crap. I said crap. That stuff. But you just keep playing, you keep winning, and LDS that. But come on, SMU jumps them. Are you kidding me? Yeah, so whatever. That's fine. SMU, feel good about yourself. But we're 3 in the RPI. So I'm guessing when seedings come out that technically if they're 3 in the RPI, they should be a number 1 seed. I mean, you look at right now, Nebraska's overall number 1 seed, hands down. They are 26-0. But Kentucky's number 2 at 22-2. Texas is 3 at 21-2. Kentucky 22-2, Texas 21-2. And then Pitt is number 4 at 22-4. Then you have Stanford at 23-4, A&M at 22-3, Louisville at 22-4, SMU at 21-5. 2 more losses than the 22-3 Sun Devils, but yet somehow SMU, you got to be kidding me. It's a joke. I mean, whatever. No, just who cares? We keep winning. I hope we get to play SMU. I know, beware what you wish for, right, people? Anyway, but yeah, you look at so ASU, obviously, Lady Devils, the highest Big 12 ranked team. They're at number 9, and then Kansas is at number 13. TCU is at number 20. Colorado's at number 21. Iowa State's at number 22. Baylor's at number 23. And BYU's at 25. So let's see. They have 2 wins over number 25. They swept number 25 this year. ASU, that is. They beat number 23, and they weren't ranked that. But right now, they beat number 23 when they played them. Now, Iowa State, who's number 22 and was number 22 last week, didn't go anywhere. They lost to them. Okay. Oh, they swept number 21 in Colorado. 4 here, 5 there. Road 5-set victory on the road. And then they beat number 20. Well, they're number 20 now, but they beat TCU, right? Kids, we getting this? Ranked. So let's see. They have 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so 5 against TCU, being a 6. So that's 2, 3, 5, 6. And they beat Kansas in Lawrence. So that's 7. So against top 25 teams, they have, let's see, 2, 3, 5, 6. Seven. And then who else? So they beat Penn State, who's 15-11, number 24. Now I get it. Not the same. Doesn't matter. Still beat them. So that's 8. So that's 8 matches won against ranked teams. They're 8-1. Yeah, because they lost Iowa State. So they're 8-1. And let's see who else. They beat so let's put 2, 3, 4, 6. And then so that's 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 7, and then 8, 8, and then so yeah, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. 8. 8. No. Yeah, so they're 8-2 because they lost to Pitt. Oh, wait. They lost to Texas and to Pitt, so that was 8-3 record against top 25 teams, and they're below. I don't think SMU has that. Pretty sure SMU doesn't have that, and they have 2 more losses. Get out of here. Anyway, sorry, fire it up. But we will look at but you look at the rankings real quick. We're going to wrap up on football rankings today, guys. Now the college football playoff ones, the new ones will be out tomorrow. But but yeah, Ohio State's still number 1. Texas A&M should be number 2. Look, I know. I mean, they had a tough one against South Carolina, who is not ranked. Where are they? That's USC. Yeah, no. South Carolina, I mean, they almost had them. A&M had to come back. I'm sorry. A&M, their non-conference schedule, and I will harp Indiana. I will trash Indiana because they got 8 first-place votes. Ohio State got 57 in the AP. Indiana gets 8. A&M only gets 1. A&M should be the number 2 team. Ohio State, yeah, I feel with them. But their non-con, the teams that they played and their records now, yeah, much better than pathetic Indiana's. And I will rip Indiana because their coach, I think he's an awesome coach. I think, do they have some talent on that team? Absolutely. Their schedule's pathetic, though. So they're 11-0 and all these coattails and yada, yada, yada. And Ohio State's going to get upset this week by Rutgers. You heard it here first on Pitchfork Lunch. But Rutgers is going to upset Ohio State. I'm not telling you to bet on it because I don't. But I'm just saying if I had to pick one, I'm taking Rutgers. The Fighting Scarlet Knights to upset them. But you look at this, and they're number 8. But the Big 12, I mean, Texas Tech, they get love. BYU, a wee bit. But outside of that, not a big fan of outside. But you know what? That's why you play the games. That is why you play the games, guys, because, I mean, when you look at it, where's the college football? Let they take them down just because. So, yeah, Ohio State was 1, Indiana 2, A&M 3, but that was last week. I think A&M should leapfrog Indiana. I'm telling you right now. They should absolutely leapfrog Indiana. But whatever, you play it out, you win. Either way, they'd still have to play each. Oh, no, they wouldn't. It's not 4, it's 12. Anyway, but yeah, let's actually, you know what? Let's go. Yeah, so okay, so Oklahoma beat Alabama, right? Oklahoma beat Alabama. who is now 8-2, and Oklahoma is 8-2. Now, Oklahoma jumped 3 spots. They're up to number 8. Alabama dropped 6. They're at number 10. 8-2. All right. BYU, who is 9-1, is below Alabama. Don't agree with it. They're above Vanderbilt in the AP, finally, as they should have been last week. But they're above Vanderbilt. And then because you have Vanderbilt, at 8-2, Utah at 8-2, who I think would absolutely, and I've seen Vanderbilt, and yeah, they got some talent. They don't have Utah's smashing them. They don't. So Utah's at 13. So yeah, Big 12 wise, you got Texas Tech at 6. All right. Actually, Oregon and Texas Tech have the same amount of points. They're tied for 6th. You have Tech at 6, BYU at 11, Utah at 13, and then Houston at 25, which is insane to me because no ASU because, God forbid. And let's see, where did they go up to in this week? Oh, so this week, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. What's the record on this one? Wait, that might be last week's. Well, either way, I'll look at it tomorrow because tomorrow night, obviously, the college football playoff rankings we get released again. There'll be 2 of them. So we'll see. But either way, A&M should they both won. A&M should leapfrog Indiana. That's my point. But the Devils deserve to. I mean, look, I get it. Houston beat them, and Houston, again, conference standings wise, though, guys, this is where it's crazy. It's the last thing I want to leave you on because, again, shout out to Molly Miller again, 301 career wins as women's hoops. Beats USD for number 300. And that was Thursday. I know I mentioned it on Friday, but for number 300, 79-47. And then, a little high score in there, but Coach Miller can do it. Her team, her team, so as she gets them ready, can definitely do it. She is they beat Santa Clara 82-77. So yes, 301 career wins. That means so 4 of the 300 here at ASU, and now the next 300 right here at ASU too. Let's go. Forks up to that. So again, and they have UNLV. They don't play again until Saturday, and at Desert Financial Arena, and that game is at 2 p.m. supposedly. So yeah, they play UNLV though, ESPN Plus. But yes, that is where they are at. But yeah, forks up to you, Coach Miller. Again, the energy, how it translates to your players, to court, everything phenomenal. So, but yeah, the Big 12 standings. Let's wrap on that, guys. In football, the Big 12 standings. They go like this: Texas Tech 7-1, BYU 6-1, Utah 5-2, Houston 5-2, ASU 5-2, Cincinnati 5-2. That team down south 4-3, K-State 4-3, and then Iowa State, TCU, and Baylor and Kansas are all 3-4. West Virginia now 2-6, UCF and Colorado 1-6, and the Cowboys of Oklahoma State 0-7. Got 2 more chances to see if they can get off the snide and get a conference victory this year. Again, Mike Gundy got fired. Anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But so ASU is ahead of Cincinnati now, and because Arizona just beat them, and tiebreaker. Well, now Cincinnati has 2 losses. Who did they lose to? They lost to Utah, right? They lost to Utah. Who were Cincinnati's? Arizona and Utah. They lost 2 in a row now, and they have BYU coming up, and then they close out at TCU. So, Cincinnati's got a tough one. So now ASU just needs Houston. Here's the madness of it. You need Texas Tech to lose one more game, which I don't know. They have they just trashed UCF 48-9, and then they close out with West Virginia. Yes, they do. They close out with West Virginia, so who knows? Maybe Rich Rod pulls one out for and the Mountaineers pull one out for the Devils. But Utah still needs to get another loss, which I don't know about that. They have K-State, they have the Kansas schools. So very, very a little tricky there because I know Kansas is 3-4 in conference play and 5-5 overall. K-State's 4-3 and 5-5. So, they just beat Baylor 55-28. I thought Baylor might be the team to get them, considering it was at Baylor. But they're home for K-State, and then they go to Kansas. So, if again there could be the slip up there, but so Utah again at 5-2 is waiting for. Well, BYU would have the tiebreaker with Utah. BYU beat Utah, right? That's their 2 losses, right? BYU and Texas Tech. Oh, they lost to Texas Tech. Oh, yeah, they lost to both Texas Tech and BYU. Oh, wow. So, yeah, they would need – so Utah needs both of them to lose twice. ASU just needs Texas Tech to lose once, and they would leapfrog them since they beat them head-to-head. So, look, Houston's kind of that wild card. They definitely – I told you Houston's games, right? Right? It's TCU and Baylor. Back-to-back, and Baylor knows those are – it'll be interesting. And they can definitely lose one of those. So TCU and Baylor for Houston. But yeah, ASU right there. Houston slips up. Texas Tech slips up. We would leapfrog them. So, that's and if BYU gets a second loss, and that goes into common opponents and stuff like that, they beat Utah. We lost to Utah. But anyway, we can get all that later. I know it's absolute madness. But again, that's where they're at, 5-2, just lurking, just like last year, kids, just hanging around. So, hey, we're going to get out of here. Again, it was a phenomenal weekend. Again, volleyball, football, women's hoops. Obviously men's hoops tonight, again, at Desert Financial Arena. And do not forget, get on out there through DFA tonight as it is 7 p.m. and it'll be on ESPN Plus. But again, come on, get on out there, man. Support. It's just this attitude of this team is awesome. It's not for lack of effort or energy of this team. And I know it's early in the season, but you hear Coach saying that. So 7 p.m. DFA, get on out there. It will be absolutely awesome sauce. So. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel. We went a little bit long today, but either way, whatever. I give you guys bonus because it was a crazy weekend. Started a little late, and that's that. So have a nice, phenomenal rest of your Monday. I will see you tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel. It is hashtag our state team down south. You learned it. You relearned it, I should say, but it is hashtag our state. And I will see you tomorrow. Go Devils. And as always, guys, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Two-play fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Quick flag.
3rd down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scadaboo. Scadaboo breaks defenders. Here immediately met the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Of this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. It's still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. Doesn't matter.